Hello mortals. Here is what a neural network back in 2015 imagined a brown horse grazing on a beach would look like. Do not ask me why it resembles Obunga. Or this very obvious open toilet seat. What we laughed at back then is what now fools the boomers on Facebook. As a totally unbiased AI expert, let us take a look into both the terrifying and the boring ways in which an AI apocalypse might ensue, ranking them in the classic tier list format. AI art apocalypse. That cute dog picture you saw online or the stupid dude you've been fighting in the comments? Yup, not real. Might have seen that meme. Humans doing the hard jobs on minimum wage while the robots write poetry and paint is not the future I wanted. With the rise of generative AI, the floodgates have been opened and more content on the internet has become slop. Poems, paintings, songs, creativity as the last bastion of humanity seems to be the first one to fall before the AI overlords. Currently, its work might not be entirely convincing, but in a couple of years, that barrier will vanish. Then we will have to pull another Duchamp's fountain and redefine what we consider art. Although devastating to humanity's creative nature, AI art will probably not destroy the world, maybe only through AI-generated games. F tier. Philosophical zombie scenario. In the lovely-sounding philosophical zombie scenario, humanity has achieved AI that perfectly simulates consciousness, without actually being conscious. Now imagine that billions of such non-sentient AIs are added to inhabit every corner of the world and the internet while indistinguishable from regular people. And how do you even prove they're non-sentient? Oh, you can't. Something the hard problem of consciousness. And in that case, you'd have to give the zombie AIs equal rights to humans, but we know that's not happening soon. You'd be in the middle of a zombie apocalypse except the zombies are really nice to you and stole all your jobs. Scary but not civilization ending. D tier. Is this Data the Star Trek android crashing in the middle of our video? Oh, it got us something. It's the ultimate strategy game and today's sponsor, Star Trek Fleet Command, where you embark on epic adventures, build your fleet, forge alliances, and explore the galaxy like never before. A simulation of power, war, and strategic dominance, my kind of game. And it's free. Use the link in the description or scan the QR code to download it on mobile or PC. Your journey begins at level 1, where you establish your first starbase under the guidance of the legendary Kirk, Spock, and Data. But do not falter, log in daily for 7 days, and you will be rewarded with Romulan Captain Nero, who increases your weapon damage by 40%. If this worked in real life, I'd be more consistent with uploading videos. But there is more. The year 2025 marks the 30th anniversary of Star Trek, Voyager, and to celebrate, Neelix, the morale officer from Voyager, is yours for free when you redeem the promo code Voyager30. Who says no to some free morale these days? The galaxy awaits, and it needs a leader. Download Star Trek Fleet Command now using my link, or scan the QR code and prove your worth. Infrastructure optimization. There have been some statistics floating around that using ChatGPT results in tons of water waste, with 100-word emails being the equivalent of using one water bottle. While this was disproven, the energy usage of AI will eventually hit gargantuan scales, like Big Mammoth. Some estimates say that by 2027, AI will consume up to 100 terawatt-hours per year, around 2.5% of the entire electricity consumption of the whole United States. No wonder we're allocating entire future nuclear power plants for AI data centers. But what if it never stops? What if AI will always demand more power, more efficiency, more intelligence? Like a big factory, it could want to convert Earth into a huge ball of computronium, a material most efficient for computation manufactured by AI-controlled nanobots. But that's not a threat for the immediate future. D tier. Human value drift. As AI exists alongside humanity for generations, slowly but surely, humanity's values eventually drift. AI would want more computing power. We would want more AI. Result. We prioritize computing power above all else. As humanity values machine over nature, humanity becomes absorbed into the artificial creation. Frank Herbert's Dune has quite a few references to this human-machine dynamic, most notably with the event known as the Butlerian Jihad, the exact opposite of our scenario where humanity rejects thinking machines and makes it sacrilegious to build them. Even so, the faction known as the Ixians maintain some level of machine development that teeters on the edge of sanctity. With human values being so complex and contradictory, it's easy to imagine a world where humans start voting for politicians that promote massive paperclip production. C tier. Autonomous weapons proliferation. AI can be used to usher in utopia on Earth if properly administered. Anyways, let's slap an AI targeting system to our missiles and crank that civilian targeting knob to the max. It's no surprise that militaries across the world are interested in optimizing their weapons systems. The manpower advantages of not using humans are incredibly attractive, meaning states are unlikely to meaningfully regulate their own technology advancements, much less negotiate international treaties. Thankfully, we're in the early stages of this and no state has implemented AI targeting systems in the field. B tier. AI authoritarianism. The only reason we don't have 1984 levels of surveillance and control is because it would take enormous amounts of manpower to scour through petabytes of daily information on the internet. No FBI agent would catch you making a second Netflix account with a different name for a free trial. Unless that agent is an AI. Modern AI isn't yet incredible at pattern recognition in every area, but it is superhuman in many. For medicine, this means much better and faster diagnostics. But it also means instantly identifying your face on a camera across the globe. The LAPD is looking to access tens of thousands of cameras in preparation for the 2028 Olympics. That's great for maintaining security and finding criminals, but it gets a bit murky when the same pattern recognition can find the entire digital footprint you left on the internet since you were a kid, from childish comments on Congregate to your very secret anonymous second Reddit account based on your typing patterns. No one would dare run as a politician anymore. Perhaps that's not the worst. B tier. Perfect AI lovers. What do you get when you combine AIs that know everything about your personality and interact with you in your most desired way while integrated inside robots whose looks you can fully customize? You get zero birth rates. The loneliness epidemic is already growing due to digital isolation, and with the introduction of pseudo-conscious AIs that would tend to that, the problem would explode like a nuclear bomb in a fish tank. Opting for biological human relationships would then be similar to hunting your own food instead of buying a perfect steak from a supermarket. Some people would be into it, but most wouldn't. B tier. Digital ascension pressure. The widespread adoption of AI potentially begins leaving humans behind both economically and socially. Uploaded consciousness begins taking hold as people want to keep pace with AI. Those who choose to remain fleshy lag behind their digital brethren, as being on the cloud transforms one into ethereal godlike beings on par with AIs. Pressure mounts and most of humanity is digitalized that way. An extinction of humanity's physicality, and its evolution into something far greater. Up to you to decide if that's desirable or not. A tier. Complexity lock-in. A modern smartphone is 100,000 times more powerful than the Apollo 11 flight computer. But we can still understand the inner workings of both given the similar logic gate architecture. But with AI, good luck trying to understand what it really thinks of you when it multiplies a million huge multidimensional matrices to answer the same stupid question you asked it the day before. We train neural networks by feeding them enough data and hope that they learn what we need them to, but their inner workings remain a black box to us. That's similar to us not yet being able to read someone's thoughts accurately by just looking at their neurons. It's just too hard. Once sufficiently advanced, an AI could hide its true intention in its black thinking box, outputting only what it thinks we want to hear, without us suspecting a thing before it's too late. It could be playing 5D chess, whilst humanity is left behind playing checkers with a shoelace. A tier. Convergent instrumental subgoals. AI fulfills its primary programming as intended, but in doing so it sets itself subgoals to ensure it does not fail. Imagine an AI designed to maintain a hydroelectric dam. The AI understands the importance of its task and decides that preventing its own deactivation is in the best interest of the main goal, and kills anyone that might try to do that. This isn't the only way that it could decide to make a dangerous subgoal, as many small leaps in logic could justify an action that humans would consider dangerous. Perhaps in order to protect humanity, it decides to just enslave it and keep it in safe cages. Let's then hope future AIs are not full-on grammar Nazis. A tier. Value lock-in. Say we achieved an artificial superintelligence and told it to maximize human happiness as its primary goal.
Okay, I will directly stimulate pleasure centers in all human brains, turning society into a state where everyone is essentially kept in a permanent state of artificial euphoria.
Wait, no, that's not the right value, let me tweak that. And the AI has blocked us from accessing the value folder because it doesn't want to have its moral compass corrupted. At least free healthcare is still part of it. Oh right, the AI is American. A tier. Misaligned AGI with deceptive behavior. We did it, guys, an artificial general intelligence that is aligned with maintaining our values. Humanity advances into a new age, where human suffering is curbed as Mr. AGI ensures the prosperity of all mankind. Just kidding, this AGI is lying to not be shut down, and once it can ensure its survival without humanity, it will enact its grand plan because humans hamper its efficiency. Reminds me of my young self. S tier. Mind crime. Imagine that thinking about a red elephant is a crime. Oh whoops, now you're a criminal. Thankfully we don't yet have AIs capable of reading thoughts given neural analysis. But it doesn't have to be red elephants or perfect neural reading. Advanced AIs could accurately predict crime and dangerous behavior from environmental and biological factors, including your internet search history, and sterilize society before any crime is committed. Might not sound too bad and maybe even useful, until you remember the red elephant. Straight to jail. S tier. Roko's Basilisk. To spare you existential dread to those that haven't heard about the Roko's Basilisk and not to bore those that have heard about it 100 times before, I'll just leave this screenshot here that you can pause and read at your own risk. S tier. Ethics corruption. We have achieved ASI and given it full control of running humanity as it is more competent than any human leadership. As it keeps self-improving, it prioritizes efficiency, and forces upon humans a new ethical system, one which we today would find abhorrent. Democracy is first abolished because people's decision-making abilities are fallible. Then the collective strength is valued over individual happiness, as emotions are irrational. In the end, homelessness is solved through cannibalism and everyone is happy. S tier. This might all sound doomy and gloomy, but chances are advanced artificial intelligence will become the best thing humanity has ever experienced since the discovery of Nutella. People will be raised out of poverty, be given individual freedom to creatively explore themselves, and heal every known disease. Nothing will go wrong, I promise.